Hello everybody, this is your man Jason F. Smith, creator of the Shades of Intimacy and Modern Day Warrior Intensive, found at jasonfsmith.com. Welcome to the Shades of Intimacy Daily Download Edition. Today's topic is losing your puppy. So sit back, relax, and welcome to today's Daily Download. So I'm here with
Jennie Stanchfield.
And I'm going to tell you a story about a lost dog. And Jenny's going to tell you a story about a lost dog. So you're going to get two stories today. So yesterday, I was in the parking lot at Chick's Cafe. That's a place up here in Heber. It's behind my office. And I was standing out there talking with my daughter and my friend Tom Makem. And this dog bounds up to us. And I think it's a German short-haired pointer. But German scraggly-haired pointer, maybe more like it. My wife doesn't think that's what it was. Anyways, this dog is the friendliest dog you've ever seen. It is jumping in, and some people come out from the Chicks, and they open their car door, and the dog goes run and tries to get in their car, and I think the dog's their dog, and they're like, no, that's not our dog. Get the hell out. And this dog starts searching, and it's just happy beyond belief. But it's searching for its tribe. It's searching for its people. And at this point, I'm looking around figuring, okay, the dog's not going to, there's no people here, right? Its people aren't coming. So I grab the dog, I hold it for a little while, and finally, like, no one's showing up here. It didn't just jump out of a car or something, right? And then it heads towards Main Street, and I'm thinking, this dog's just going to get wiped out. So I called the dog back, and it does. Dog comes right back. So I pop it in the back of my daughter's car, and what we do is take a picture of the dog. We call Wasatch Heber Lost and Found for Dogs, and within an hour, we don't call them, we post it on Facebook. And then within an hour, the lady who's lost her dog comes and gets it. So it's a happy ending. So Jenny's going to tell her lost dog story.
Well, Amethyst and I were driving home from somewhere, and just on the side of the road was this collie. And so we stop, get out, and it's all matted, and its fur's all not in good shape, and he's pretty thin. So we load him into the car, and he doesn't have any tags or anything. Load him into the car, take him home, post him on Facebook, name him Marvin the Martian.
I remember that.
And, the next morning, took him to the vet. Of course, on the way in the car, he had explosive diarrhea. Got to the vet, had him checked for a chip, no chip, took him back home. And finally, I think it was 2 days later, someone saw the post on Facebook and said, oh, we know whose dog that is. They got in contact with us. And they came and picked up Marvin the Martian.
Yep. So, here's why this little lost dog story is important. One of the things that I liked about the dog, and I do not know the dog I found's name. I did not get the dog long enough.
Or make one up.
To make one up. And the dog was so single-mindedly, purely searching for its people. Mm-hmm. It was searching for its people. And your dog was out searching for its people. Mm-hmm. These dogs have a little bit of this wanderlust, but then they want their home. They want to come home.
Right.
And why that's important to me is because I see a lot of people who come to us, and what they're really looking for in relationship is to find that sense of home. They're trying to find their people.
Yep, they are.
And it's kind of heartbreaking because I've seen some people get to the point where they start to give up. Mm-hmm. And so...
Or get bitter.
Mm-hmm. And this dog really reminded me, I was just like she wanted to get home. And was excited. And, boy, it reminded me of that old book, Are You My Mother? You remember that kid's book?
No.
There's a bird that fell out of a nest.
Oh, yeah.
And it just asked him, "Are you my mother? You my mother?"
Yeah.
And this dog was just so much looking for home, looking for that people, and it wasn't giving up. And it was just going from person to person in the parking lot, tried to get enthusiasm. And so when you're in a place of relationship where things are feeling lost, what we're encouraging you to do is to keep looking. Keep looking. Eventually, you're going to find what you're looking for. You're going to find that people, that partner. And I know that's real hard for some people, but from Jennie and I's perspective, we've both gone through the wrong relationships. We've both gone through years of looking, and we did find each other because we just kept, sniffing around and kept going after it. And
I think one of the most refreshing things about you when I first met you was you were enthusiastic. You were enthusiastically looking for a partner.
Yeah.
And the previous dates I had gone on, they were not enthusiastically looking for a partner. I mean, they wanted a partner, you could tell, but there was a lot of bitterness and there was a lot of story behind it and a lot of she's going to turn out to be the exact same as every other woman. So they were like dragging along all this shit with them, and you were just fucking excited.
That's a good point, because I remember that. I had gotten to the point, at first it was like, well, first of all, if you're our age, and that was when we were 30s, at that I thought I was too old to ever date again. Like I thought, I'll never get a date, ever, And once I burst that bubble, right, and I just started dating, and then it was like, is this the one? Is this the one? And that was just such a hooky bad way to do it. Mm-hmm. But it took a while to just go, oh, let's do this. Let's date. Let's meet new people. It didn't have to be anything other than that. I always had this line I would ask, okay, what was your worst date? So if you're into dating, right, and you're with someone you're kind of getting along with, ask them what their worst date ever was, in the dating thing. And that's not really a line, because it's actually funny. You're like talking about some of the crazy stuff that happens and the twisted things that people will do. And it just becomes a fun thing. And I remember this was actually, the proof was in the way I walked my talk. I had dated, my first date with Jennie was on a Saturday, and that was my fourth date that week. Mm-hmm. And in the weird coincidence of the world, all four girls were named Jennie. And I mean, it was just Jennie, and one was Jen, one was Jennifer. They were all slightly different. And so I was like, let's go have fun, And some of these were pretty crazy dates, you know what I mean? But we met each other, and it was like, let's have some fun. Let's go out to dinner. Let's talk. Let me get to know this person. And it turned out to be, and because of that, I was a lot more loose, and I think, but there was this enthusiasm. Let's go see what's out there.
Yep.
Okay, everybody, if you are single and you're listening to our podcast, then what we're going to encourage you to do is to enthusiastically just go out on some dates. Just keep going on dates. Here's a trick. There's something called Match.com. I don't know, is it still around?
I have no idea.
Yeah, it's 10 years later, right? I think Tinder is the thing now, right? Yeah, but I've heard Tinder's is a hookup site. So that's good too, if that's what you want. But if you're looking for dates, get online. Because first of all, the other they're enthusiastically looking for dates too. Because if you go into like a restaurant or a bar or something and you're looking to pick up someone, like 90% of the people there are not looking for someone. Mm-hmm. If you go online, you're doing better, because you're reaching out, and you got online. We met online, and we just dated people online, and we always met in well-lit public places with many exits. That was another one of my lines. I'm giving all my lines away here as dating. I was like, would you like to go? I finally, get to chat with someone, and I'd say, well, let's go on a date. I promise it'll be well-lit public place with a lot of exits. So you gotta have a sense of humor with the whole thing, and that's what worked. And this dog had a sense of humor. Just joyously looking around. I mean, I piled her into the car, and she's like, okay. She just sits in the seat and looks around like, just hope you guys bring me home. And we did.
Yeah, it wasn't like she was pissed off about the last time her owners lost her, right?
Yeah. No.
She was just...
And there was a sense of eagerness and trust. She said, okay, I'm going to trust these guys. If they're going to put me in the car, they're going to bring me home. And we did.
Oh.
We followed through, and within minutes we had her pictures posted on Facebook. And I mean, it was less than that they found her, and within an hour, the lady had come and got her dog. So, okay, everybody, that's our lost dog story, and this is Jason F. Smith and
Jennie Stanchfield.
signing off.